Hi, what is somatic effortless IFS? How do you know? How do you know the parts? How do you know the thoughts, feelings, and sensations that arise in you? Do you hear them? Do you hear the sense of, oh, there's something I need to do, or I'd rather do it differently, or oh, I made a mistake? Do you hear it as a voice? Do you do you see it? Do you see kind of an authority saying, you did it wrong? Is it visual? Or is it more a sense of sensation? Often in effortless IFS, we find metaphors, we find visual metaphors, right? Like the infinite hot tub that the parts soak in, or a sense of a theater stage that the parts are moving in, or a dance floor, or the sense of a planetarium, the galaxy of self and the parts as planets. But then it becomes really interesting when we convert it all to the somatic field or to occurring all in our bodies. And for some of us, this is the only way we know it. It's the way we know parts, the way we know it is through sensations. But for those of us who are more visual or more auditory, as we hear a part, like let's say I have an understanding part that's like making sense of this. Oh, he's talking about a dance floor and actors, or theater stage and actors. Yeah, I see all of that. These different parts of me, the one that's excited, that's enjoying making a video, the one that's like, oh, it's 11 p.m., we should go to sleep because we have an early morning. The one that's like, oh, I didn't sleep well last night, look at all these, look at my eyes, and I'm making videos tonight. And just the different voices that we hear. And then if we can let them all be converted to know them all as sensations. Oh, this enthusiasm for being creative, this enthusiasm in me. It's like a bubbling in my chest. Can you find a location for it, right? Remember the trick with this IFS, classic IFS, is finding a sense of a location for the parts. Because it lets us know them as objects. Same for as we know them as sensations in the somatic field in the body, this enthusiasm right here. The concern about, but I have to be up at 6:30 tomorrow morning. I can feel it in my belly, a tightness, a contraction there. A sense of looking at my face and seeing these little bags under my eyes, and it's like a critic I feel in my head. It's like, oh, Sid, you should have like prepared better, but you should do videos at a different time. Right? Let's just say those three voices. Those three sensations that I can see, the sense of the bags in the eyes, the enthusiasm, oh, I'm going to be tired tomorrow. Like what are your sensations in your body right now for the expressions of life that are here for you, right? Maybe it's a critic like, oh, Sid, he really needs some help on making these videos. Or like, but when you can feel it in your body, or gosh, there's something I want to heal this in my system, like a healing part. Where does that come up? Is it in the heart, the belly, the sense of want? Or a sense of, or maybe a skeptic that's like, he's clearly having fun making this video, but I don't know if it's relevant for me. And the skeptic I would kind of feel that in my head, often a skeptic, but to find it all as sensations in our body. And then when it really becomes interesting is the next step. What are these sensations arising in? What is this somatic field? And just as when we do it outside of ourselves, the sense of the parts are arising in this infinite warm hot tub of self, can you find a quality of self that the sensations are arising in the somatic field in the body? Is it a sense of presence? Is it aliveness? Is it openness? Is it stillness? Is it silence? Is there an awareness here? Like there's a feeling of these sensations. There's a knowing of the sensations, right? Is it a sense of knowing, awareness? Something is aware. What is the space that the sensations are being met in? And what's that like? Having the sensations, different contractions, different wants, right? Because most of the parts all have a sense of want there. They have a want, a resistance, a lack, a desire, always a want. And we can find that there's usually a little bit of contraction there in the part. And then we have the space they're arising in. What's that relation like? Is it a sense that they're being held in this? Or perhaps they're not even completely separate from this self. What's that like? And it's really nice because it also helps us. Oh, what is that word? I just lost my E word of the embodiment. It really helps with the embodiment of this all, as we know it all in the body. And so sometimes in the groups, we just do it all somatically. And then, for some of us, sometimes it's like, no way, right? Because this is the whole intimacy with the parts. Sometimes to do this somatically, it's a little too much. And the system's not ready for that. And we just honor and celebrate that too. Just notice, is there discomfort in being somatically intimate with what's arising? That's enough for now. Great being with you. See you later.